Hello and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share, subscribe if you haven't already. Who would have thought watching a docuseries would leave you wondering about these characters you see placed before you and this source information you're being provided? It doesn't take a genius to see how these mainstream media platforms feed off the same stories and formulate the same biased opinions. The problem I have is the overall hypocrisy that we see and how a lot of people want to act brand new to how a lot of individuals like to manipulate the law for their own benefit and overlook how it affects us as a whole. With that being said, if you pay attention to all these trends and how all these movements are being formed and how it could be applied to any given artist, it should dawn on you how a lot of people such as myself who came in unbiased and saw an injustice and hypocrisy with the people spinning these narratives and had to stand up and say something. People have been coming out exposing the industry for years, and a lot of these entertainers have been engulfed in a whole lot of rumors and allegations since I don't know when. Take Robert Kelly's Mann Act conviction, for example. All of these people on the internet want to spin this narrative that he preys on underage girls, overlook the hypocrisy floating around with a whole lot of people and the rumors surrounding them, and fail to realize this trial did not reveal not one minor, and that if you look at all of these reality shows and things going online, a lot of people can be charged with this same act when they highly tote the fact in flying these girls and men over state lines for immoral purposes. With that said, a lot of people just took part in opening Pandora's box, and a lot of their secrets have come to light.
Yo, Killer with you? What?
ACP, did you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, Primadonnanews, I don't even want to see it. Just take the time. Look, you got some weed? Dang. You gotta get some. All right, hurry up. These and them here, everybody here, we waiting on you. All right.
I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless.
Now, I could be very petty when it comes to this specific videos and all the individuals involved in the latest trends, especially with their role in this downfall to Robert Kelly. It's no secret a lot of these women in the industry have daddy issues, and we can clearly see why. And a lot of these women are subjected to a lot of strange and unusual behavior which they volunteer for, which is why you should understand anyone's position who watch these individuals and the lifestyles they lead and have it hard time believing certain narratives that are being pushed. Especially when you can do a little bit of digging yourself and find inconsistencies within their stories that make you see how uncredible they really are. So when I built my platform to use everything that they put on these platforms in order to build themselves up, I knew it was only a matter of time before all of these dominoes began to fall and you began to see everything that I've laid out for you, and how this whole production of Surviving R. Kelly was a fraud from beginning to now, and how all these individuals should be held accountable for their roles.
I was in so much pain. It was unbelievable.
A man ended up in the hospital after eating at a local restaurant, and his family got sick too.
The most interesting character I saw from Surviving R. Kelly was Timothy Savage, the one responsible for putting all this into motion when it comes to bringing media spotlight, considering it was him that linked up with the same janky-ass reporter who refused to testify in the first trial. Yet these people got together, put together this janky-ass docuseries, knew these people were lying, and yet it led to a so-called investigation. Yeah, right.
I ain't playing no motherfucking games with you, boy. I gave you 120 hours to get back in touch with me, nigga. But fuck them 120 hours, nigga. You talking about my daughter. You know you supposed to be working with her music, R. Kelly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Robert R. Kelly, the singer, you bitch ass nigga. I got you, boy. Yeah, come fuck with me. This Savage, Tim Savage. Fuck you, nigga. R. Kelly, by now, you should know that you should come see me. You know who I am. You know who you have at your house. My daughter, Jocelyn Savage. My name is Tim Savage.
Now, clearly, people are still following individuals on the topic who can't stay on topic and can't see past the smokescreens that were put on this docuseries to keep your attention away from all the bullshit that has gotten away from the media's attention. For example, where are the minors? Where is this cult? Where is all the evidence that they claim to validate this man is a threat to the community other than these janky-ass people who have run to social media and YouTube to make their case and expose each other during the process, meanwhile expecting us to believe that this man is holding people hostages, threatening people, intimidating people, when we see all the evidence to contradict that online.
Well, I don't know either.
But she called Tamara after I told her. I said, listen, the truth gonna come out, goddammit. You keep on fucking with my daughter, the truth is gonna come out. You need to fucking leave her alone.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, hold on. Back up. So Tamara knows already?
Yeah.
She know the truth?
Hell yeah, I told her.
So then I don't understand how they know all of the truth about these people, but they still allowing them to be a part of it.
Well, you know why? They had spent over $3, $4, $5 million, and it's too late to edit that shit and take them out.
That's some crazy shit. Now I can see y'all and y'all daughters, but if you know that, you know, these other girls are being dishonest, my thing is, what makes you think that it's not gonna come out later and then you're gonna look like a damn fool?
Exactly.
Now, I'm supposed to believe that federal agents saw this documentary and were so sickened that it brought on this whole investigation, and all this stuff had to play out on social media and YouTube when all these attorneys had ample time to shut down this docuseries in the first place. Yet all these people wanted to set up all these interviews, fishing for information, implicating individuals, and playing out all this obvious corruption right in front of people's faces. And now, if you read the paperwork in Robert Kelly's case, he's going to have an uphill battle in proving his innocence, as we have stated from the beginning, considering no judge wants to admit an error, and it makes it very questionable when you see so many conflicts in all these individuals involved in this specific case, and all the things that have come out publicly about them and the people they have been associated with and the secrets they hold. Art imitates life, they say. Well, I find it very suspect considering they like to use certain people's arts to lock their ass up and are entertained by others.
You know what time it is? Elliot.
My apologies, Judge Donnelly. This is not a social call.
Well, then this is highly improper. And a pity.
There's a case.
A hypothetical case.
Where the defense is going to twist an error in paperwork to suggest DNA contamination at the lab.
And you want to know if I'd fall for it?
Hypothetical.
Your problem's much bigger than you think. Your squad's work relies on DNA.
along with half the felony cases in the city.
So a credible argument that the results are unreliable, backed up by the NYPD's own shoddy paperwork, would be disastrous.
Overturn convictions.
Hundreds of them, hypothetically. Talk to Caput before you go any further. Ask yourselves if getting this perp is worth setting a lot of guilty ones free.
Maybe I kind of feel sorry for some of these people, just a little bit. Because if you look at the things they're going through, as I've said with my content, it's bigger than Robert Kelly. It's unfortunate they're using him as an example, so I thought I'd use a lot of these people involved as an example as well. At the end of the day, I could have ran with any title to make fun of these situations as so many people did to Robert Kelly. But the message in this video is that regardless of who the story is or how entertaining it is, it's always nice to verify information before you run with it and put it on these platforms, and that way you won't be surprised at how some people use it for malicious purposes to fit their agendas. Okay?
People like Me Too movement playing the role to get a part of a goddamn TV series to be their name affiliated with it, and I ain't get a phone call. Even from Tanya Burks. So let's stop making people false heroes. And I'm not saying that about anybody, because not the nation, because I know Minister Farrakhan, you know, he definitely spoke. I think he had a private meeting with him. Nobody really know what the depths of the meeting went, but I know he did have a meeting with him. But these other ones that was a part of Lifetime and all this shit, we need them. We need them to step up and them to act like they plan a platform. All we do is plan on each other as black people. That's it. For fame and fortune. That's it. I want to say this, Lo, and I don't mean to cut you off. I got to say this. I got to see it. I see who Tasha Unwind on here. I see you. You're a good person. I want to see all these other bloggers that's on here.
Look, Angelo couldn't even keep a straight face with that shit.
I want you to take what I'm going to say to you right now. Right now. You got a big platform. I really need for you to hear me clearly. I need everyone who said what happened on that Lifetime documentary, hold them accountable. Hold Lifetime accountable. Hold Bloom and Mary accountable. Hold these people accountable to make sure these people can go on Lifetime and say what they said happened. Hold these people accountable, make sure they talk to Kim Fox. Make sure they talk to Carl Howard. Make sure they talk to Homeland Security. Make sure they talk to the FBI. These people are waiting on to hear from you. From my knowledge, some of them have not heard from you. And if you haven't talked to them, well, shame on you.
All of this, you're going to see this in future testimony, but Azrael knows where everything is. When I say the tape, she knows who's who. She knows where the bank accounts are, where the money is. She knows who's using who. Not seen what we've been trying to show you, that you've been brainwashed. But once she watched that documentary and she read the emails that I sent over to her, that he was sending to Joycelyn, telling Joycelyn the same things that he told her, hiding other tapes for Azrael, just like London on the Track's mom was doing, Cheryl, I forgot her last name, Cheryl Mack or whatever. And so I'm trying to tell you without telling you too much, because like I said, this is a federal case, and I've even helped out the feds with all the information that I've been given. So I was working with the Department, was it the Department of State? Homeland Security, one of them damn please. Homeland Security, my lawyers were to hand them over everything that we had received.
Yeah, I talked to Angelo now. You gotta get rid of Mason, and you have to get rid of this public, because they are working with Avenatti. This was a whole, like, this Gail King thing. They knew about this from like weeks ago, like they've been planning this. I I know you don't probably want to listen to me, but please, you cannot let him do this interview on Monday. But like all of this stuff is a plan to just like rip you apart and make shit worse.
Cannot let who do an interview?
This Daryl Johnson guy. The guy who's supposed to be like the publicist or whatever.
Rip me apart how?
Get you away?
Rip me apart how?
Like, it's just all things. Like, I don't know.
No. Just be specific. Be specific. Rip me apart how?
I don't know the how.
Okay, I want you to find out. I want you to find out how and let me know.
And when I drop the videos, the pictures, the paperwork, for him to get on live to say that Azrael is not right in R. Kelly, really? Now, I gave him R. Kelly's jail records. Ask him how he got R. Kelly's jail records. Ask him how I got the emails between Azrael and R. Kelly. So you mean to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about?
The article state that the other person was in trouble. It did not. And there's a reason for that. You think we don't know? And I'm not saying that they can't pull no shit, but what I'm saying is I'm talking about the article at hand. There was a reason why the article didn't say what it said, and for people to make all these assumptions, and oh boy, to be a lawyer, you should know. If the feds got something, they ain't gonna announce it. They already got it. And if they gonna do something with it, they gonna do something with it. Ain't gonna be no reporter letting people know ahead of time what's going on. When you hear Fed investigation, everybody know that. Guess what? You hear after they've made arrests, okay? You hear after that.
People were willing to do the most to get this story out and give people a voice, as they say. But what happens when that voice they gave them was used for malicious intent? And it's time to hold these people accountable for all the things they did that contributed to denying this man's rights, violating his privacy, and doing the most to deny his due process and giving him the chance for an impartial jury that hasn't been subjected to all these narratives that have been on repeat for decades.